it's been kind of an interesting year to be in the battery business. A lot of batteries in the news. What is Concorde's position on the lithium-ion batteries that we've been hearing so much about?
Lithium-ion is a really compelling technology for aircraft, and the reason for that is it's roughly half the weight with a third more power. You know, if you go to an aircraft manufacturer and you say, hey, the widget that I make for you, I've figured out how to save you 2 pounds, they're going to take you to dinner a lot in the next 12 months. If you were to come to them and say, I can save you 42 pounds on that same widget and give you a third more performance than we have before, chances are they're going to start naming children after you. And that's the issue with lithium-ion. The battery that we make that goes in a lot of the corporate aircraft, the RG380E, weighs anywhere between 80 and 90 pounds, depending on the version. The lithium-ion version of that in the same footprint weighs 42 pounds, and you get a third more power. So that's the draw for aviation. The downside to lithium-ion is it's very hazardous and volatile. There are basically 3 chemical formulas that are used in lithium-ion, the least volatile being the least powerful. The most volatile is the most powerful, and that's typically the ones that we see out there in aircraft today. There have been several incidences in the last few years for lithium-ion batteries catching fire, both as cargo and as main ship batteries. A couple of years ago, right before NBAA, Cessna lost a CJ4 in the paint shop. It was hooked up to ground power, the battery caught fire, and destroyed the aircraft. More recently, earlier this year, everybody has seen the troubles that Boeing has had with the Dreamliner. The interesting part of that is that that aircraft was parked at the gate, the battery caught fire, and they called the firefighters, and they were there in 2 minutes with the right chemicals to put that fire out. It took them an hour to completely extinguish that fire. So you can only imagine if they were 5 or 6 miles up, the story might have been quite a bit different. Our official position as a company right now is that lithium-ion has no place in general aviation or commercial aircraft. Now, we're working hard on the technology. We, in fact, finished a contract with the Navy last year. We built them a lithium-ion battery. We even asked them to confine the testing to aircraft with ejection seats. That's how serious we are about the safety issue. The time is coming when it will be safer. There are even some more formulas that are coming along that in initial testing they think is going to be a lot safer and less volatile with the same amount of power. But right now we're not there yet. And as we like to say, the stuff that we work on leaves the ground. You can't just pull over and call AAA. And so right now we just don't feel like it's safe enough to be in an aircraft.
Are there any of those follow-on technologies that you're at liberty to speak about at this point? What is down the road as far as battery technology is concerned?
Well, right now, the technologies are just trying to adjust those formulas for lithium-ion. There's a lithium sulfur that's just been recently talked about that seems to be less volatile with the same power requirement. But right now, it pretty much is where it is right now.
Aero-TV is brought to you by
Aspen offers the most flexible and affordable certified synthetic vision available. Evolution Synthetic Vision is now here. Customizable display layouts enhance the data you need for each phase of flight. Built-in terrain warning system combines terrain and flight path marker coloring, caution and warning text, and an audio warning signal to alert you when terrain or obstacle hazards conflict with your flight path. Aspen Avionics, a new way to look at avionics.